Guys, do I have a good one for you today. Right now, you are chasing work, you're chasing clients, and you've been doing this for a long time. You're so used to this method of chasing after people, chasing after clients, trying to win jobs all the time. You know, when I first started this, I was the same. When I first started my trades business, all I wanted to do was chase work. All I wanted to do was get to the next client, get to the next job, win another job. And, you know, what I realized is that the real operators, the real people who run the businesses, who get all the work, are the ones who attract the clients. Now, these guys reverse engineer everything. They don't start at the beginning, they start at the end. And then they figure out, how do I get here? What steps do I need to take? What things do I need to do as a business owner to be able to have clients chase me? To be able to have work just land in my lap so easily that I can pick and choose. I can now go through my emails, go through my messages, go through my voicemail and just go, yeah, I want that one. No, I don't like that one. Wouldn't it be nice? That's what I used to think. Wouldn't it be nice to have clients just come to me and come to me with the jobs that I actually wanted to do? You know, we get so stuck in this loop, this way of thinking. And it's not our faults. You know, we just don't know. But when we do know, when we do find out that there is another way, and there are ways to do this easier, there are certain steps that you need to take, or certain things that you need to follow, it's like a fucking bomb explodes in your head. And you start operating a different way. You start putting things in place that allow you to achieve these outcomes. What I want to go over today is how you can have clients chase you, how you can have jobs land in your lap every single day, every single week, and the psychology behind it, how people buy, how clients look at you, how they perceive your brand, your business, the way you operate, everything. And I feel like by the end of this video, you are going to realize that you've been making a few mistakes and now it's time to level up. Now it's time to level up and put these things in place so that you can achieve the outcomes that you want, so that you can get more sales, so you can grow the team, so you don't have to spend hours on end, weeks on end, following up quotes that, you know, frankly, people don't even give a fuck about you. Following up people that aren't aligned with your service, that aren't aligned with your quality. You know this. You know this when you're quoting people. You have that feeling. And I know you know this because I had that same feeling. You know, I used to do a lot of quotes in the week, and I used to think like you. I used to think that maybe if I just send out an extra 10, I'll win a few more. Maybe if I just push a bit harder, go a bit, be a bit needier. If I just try and get these guys over the line, I know I can do this. I know I can get this job, that, I would win more jobs. But that was never the case. I had to really think about how much time I was spending, how much time I was wasting on the 9 other quotes that I'd lost. And when I thought about it and when I re-engineered it, I came up with the positioning audit. Now, the positioning audit is just another mechanism in my system, in the winning quote system, and it's a very important part of it. It's a very important part, it's a very important pillar, because what the positioning audit allows you to do is it allows you to look at your business, your brand, from a different lens, from the lens of a client or someone completely neutral. We all know that your business is your baby. You've been growing it. You've been putting all your blood, sweat, and tears into it every single day. But when you take a step back and you actually look at how you are perceived online, how your brand looks, how professional you look, you really start to break down what you're missing. And you could be doing all the work right now and you could be missing out on so many key things that are going to be helping your brand and your reputation move forward, helping your profile, helping your portfolio. You know, when I first started, I thought that work, you know, we're just going to do work. We're just going to keep pumping jobs out. I thought that that was like the best thing to do. And I had tunnel vision. I was so locked in on work and how we can provide such a great service. And look, that's fine. But if you're going to do something and you're going to spend time on it and you're going to have an opportunity to be able to save things, to be able to put things in place for the future so that your reputation is so strong, you need to be able to have an open mind and put things into place so that when it comes to the time when you're 2-3 years later down the track, you don't need to waste time on clients that you don't want to do jobs for. You don't need to push for work because the work's just landing in your lap. Because clients perceive you as an expert. Clients perceive you as that go-to person in your industry, in your niche. They know that you are the one that they want to go with. That's why they reach out to you. That's why they chase you. So, you know, going back to what I used to do, you know, I was just tunnel vision. I used to just focus on the jobs, focus on the quoting, and that was great. You know, we still built a great reputation, but there was so much value there that I didn't save. There was so many reviews, there was so many photos, videos, things that I wish I kept now that would have literally enhanced our reputation, enhanced our portfolio, enhanced the way that we are perceived. So if you're not doing this stuff right now, you're hurting your business. You're hurting your business in the next 2-3 years. And you need to start doing it because you're going to get down there in the next 2-3 years and you're going to wonder what the fuck you were doing. You're going to think, why wasn't I doing this? Why wasn't I putting these things in place? I had all this stuff. I had all these opportunities to save all this work, to get all these reviews, to talk to all these people, to get the feedback that I need to get the comments, to get everything. You know, an important part of the positioning audit, it's really just a foundation. It's really just setting up the foundations of your business. And if you aren't setting up the foundations of your business straight away, these important parts, understanding who you are, what you look like, how you're perceived, you're just wasting time. Because sooner or later, you're going to come down to a point in your business where you're going to do this stuff and you're going to understand that you need to do this stuff. And you're just going to be backtracking. And you're going to be rebuilding your foundations all over again because you understand the importance of having them. And the importance of having a solid foundation is so you're set up for success. You're set up for everything ahead. And you have complete clarity on your business, who you are, your brand, who your clients are, what your niche is, your values, your culture, everything. Again, it's the re-engineering. It's the reverse engineering. It's what all operators do. It's what all smart business owners do. They re-engineer. They set the standards. They set the foundations. And then they fucking go off and kill it. Then they smash it. Then they win the jobs. And then it's just on repeat. It's on autopilot. So the positioning audit, guys, is going to allow you to understand your business, your brand on a deeper level. Who you are really, how you really look, and how your clients see you. Now you're going to start connecting the dots. When you know that clients aren't going ahead with you, you're going to start connecting the dots. You're going to start asking yourself, why? Why wasn't I there? I know I can do this job. Am I not good enough? Is the price too high? You start saying all these other things to yourself and making up excuses so that you can make yourself feel better. And then you continue through the same cycle. This is only one mechanism in my system, but it's one of the most important ones. And when I did this in my business, it changed everything. It allowed me to only speak to the customers that I wanted to. It allowed the customers to come straight to me, to chase me. You see, when clients are reaching out to tradies, the psychology behind them already is that they don't trust tradies. Unfortunately, we have a bad name. Unfortunately, we have, bad tradies out there who, for the good guys, ruin it. And now the good guys have to work harder and harder and harder to build that trust, to build that reputation, to build the foundations, to audit their business, to audit their position in the market. And the psychology behind these buyers is that they need to have beliefs, they need to have trust. They need to know that you are an expert in your industry, that you're an authority, that you know exactly what you're talking about, that you are going to provide the service that you say you will. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to note this down, or I want you to do it with me. I want you to now go online. I just want you to go online, and I want you to search up your business. And I hope to God you've got a website, because if you don't, there's the start. If you have a website, I want you to search. Actually, I want you to go incognito. I want you to go incognito mode so that it's not biased towards your searches. And I want you to search up your business right now. Search up the name of your business, and I want you to just tell me what you see. Tell me what you see from a client's perspective. Now click on your website and tell me what you see on your website. Does it present well? Does it speak to you in a way where it builds trust? Does it speak to you in a way where you really want these people, you really want this service from these people? Can you see people on there? Are there faces? Is there enough information on this page that allows you to answer all the questions you may have? I think some bells are going off. I think some light bulbs are going off right now, guys. For all those guys who don't even have a website, man, you guys really need to sort your shit out. It's 2026. In this day and age, that's the first thing that people do. They will search you up online and they will fucking audit your business. They will audit everything. They'll go onto your Instagram, your Facebook. If you do not have a website or you don't have a Google presence, guys, they're not even going to bother. If you think about it, if your competition has all this stuff, if everything aligns and they're going through and they're searching, they're doing their audit, they're testing, and they're wanting to know who is the most trusted, who is the best, who is going to be the best for us. If you don't even have this stuff, guys, you're already at the bottom of the pile. Your quote's already been thrown out. Now the dots are connecting. Now you're starting to think, fuck, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't have that. I need to get this. But you've been saying that for the last year. And you don't prioritize it because you don't think it's important. And you don't know why. But I'm here now to tell you why. I'm here to tell you that you need this mechanism and you need the system to run in your business. And anyone can do it. This system can be put in your business tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, if you put this system in your business tomorrow, you will fucking start killing it. A whole lot of light bulbs will start going off in your head. And you will think about all the time that you have just wasted. But at least now you're on the right track. And at least now you can start making money and you can start winning jobs and getting sales and growing the team and having work in the pipeline and spending more time with your family, your loved ones, doing the things on the weekend that you really want to do. Not having to be dragged down every night, quoting on jobs you know you're never going to win anyway. You're just doing it because it's a task now. Stop playing at a lower level. Start operating at a higher level, guys. Start operating with clarity, with abundance, with vision. Guys, I really hope I spoke to you today in this video, and I really hope some light bulbs went off for you, because I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you guys kill it and win, and I want to make sure that I can help as many people as possible, because I used to be where you guys are right now. So go off, have a think about it, do a positioning audit. If you want to work with me one-on-one, click the link below and let's go.